Hey guys, and welcome back to another edition of Pro Hire Truck TV. Thanks for joining us again, and today we're joined by the effervescent Kia EV6 BEV. I mean, what a star, and we'll talk about that in a second. But look, thank you for joining us again today, and please subscribe if you can to our channel. It keeps us motivated to produce new things and keep on moving. But let's look at something that, to be honest with you, I never thought I'd ever say. This, for me, is one of the best BEVs I've driven to date, and I've driven quite a few. This EV6 GT line has got to be one of the most impressive cars in its sector, full stop, you know, and that is testament, I think. You know, obviously it's my opinion, of course, but I have to say I love this car. I absolutely love it, and the next few minutes we'll talk through all the things we like about it and try and find something that we don't like. But certainly when you bolster in all the things that we're talking about and all the other vehicles that we've looked at, this car absolutely chases everything, and that's including the Teslas and the things like that at the moment with the high power charging. But we'll talk about that as much as we can in the short time we're together. But what have we got here? We've got the Kia. You know, what's not to love? It is a Kia, but I'll tell you something, they've done an amazing job. This car has got AC and DC charging, and when I say AC and DC charging, this car can charge as a Tesla would. So from 7 kilowatts all the way through to 350 kilowatt power. You know, it's able to really supercharge this vehicle, fully charged from 10% to 80 in 18 minutes. You know, it's bonkers. You know, and the only car I've seen at any point that's on board at that kind of power level is the car you're looking at here. And it actually transforms, in my opinion, the quality of this car in itself. And I've always said that Tesla really work great in a space. They're a tech company. They've produced charging and onboarding that you will probably not see anywhere else, and as soon as the others catch up, it then levels that playing field, because it then becomes the quality of the build. And I think the quality of the build in this car, yeah, and you'll see shortly, is great, really great. There we go. Let's have a look inside, and just see exactly what we're talking about. Oh, so this is the interior, and I have to say, talk about an interior. This is by far one of the best interiors I've seen in any car, but certainly from an electric perspective, it's fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Let's grab the old belt, but have a quick look round. I mean, you know, in fairness, this car has got so much memory. It absolutely transforms anyone that wants to use the vehicle. It's got everything that you would expect to see in this. Some widescreen, it runs through, you know, it's got every element that you would like to see in a modern car. And I have to say, there's so many things in this vehicle, it would take an hour just to go through them, and they're bonkers. And I will show you something when we take the car out, which I didn't think even existed in an electric car with a boost mode, and it just everything turns red and just takes off like a rocket, and it's an electric vehicle. So let's take it out for a quick spin, and we can talk through some of these things as we're driving along, and see how we go. Right, so this car's got 77 kilowatt battery pack. South Korean, as you'd probably expect. SK make the batteries for Kia. They have really got a good thing going on with this. To be able to onboard power at up to 350 kilowatts is pretty special when you consider that some of these people, or some of these manufacturers at the moment, are still saying that the best they can do is 50 kilowatts. And as high speed charging points become more available, and you start to see chargers now outside of Tesla, and Tesla still own that space, but with the opening up of the Tesla network potentially, and certainly with the BP coming on behind it with their high speed charging, these things are going to be, well, I have to say, immense. This car's 0 to 60 in about 7 seconds, which is blooming quick. as always, as EVs are. And I think the GTS is about 5 seconds. So again, you know, from an SUV perspective, super impressive. But it's quiet. It's just so well appointed. And for those who saw us looking at the Jag and one or two others, and the Polestar, this car is so much better finished off. It's got Jag finish, but more room. I mean, you know, you can just spread out. You feel comfortable. You don't feel hemmed in. And this is the heads up, the display, the way it's operating, the lane control, just amazing. I can't tell you how pleased I am with this car. You know, it really is brilliant. Now, it's got a WLTP of around 328 miles, and I think for those who see us regularly, you know, WLTP, I'm kind of sceptical with a lot of this stuff, because we very rarely see WLTP coming into it, because it's the driving style, you know. But electric cars capable of doing, you know, certainly north of 5 to the kilowatt hour, but of course that's going to be a lot of it around town and taking it very carefully and looking after your juice as you would expect to do, but it's capable of doing that. So, you know, it's capable of giving you a WLTP of around 320 miles. It's currently returning around 250 in the range, because, you know, it's brand new, people are getting used to it, etc, etc, and we've been very lucky today. And one of our, you know, amazing customers, and this is not our car, one of our amazing customers allowed me to showcase it, and I'll be really honest, I saw it in the car park and went to visit them a couple of weeks ago and begged him to let me have a play for a few hours to showcase this, and I am so pleased that we've been able to do that. This is absolutely class. I can't tell you how nice it is, this car. Again, we looked at the Polestar the other week, you know, and this car sits in that price bracket, so from about 43,000 quid up, but certainly again a sensible entry level for a BEV. But one thing that you know, you have to see is this button here, which is it takes it from eco driving to sport, and it just goes whack. It's just bonkers, absolute bonkers. I love this car. I'd have to say, you know, I can't think of anything that I don't like about it at all. Nothing. And that includes when we started looking at the quality of finish. I think another car recently we looked at the quality of the keys and things like that. It was a bit plasticky, a bit lucky baggish. This is high finish, high level. High finish and high level. You would not know you were in a Kia. The warranty on this car is without doubt as good, if not better, than anything else as well. So you've got a lot of things going for this vehicle, a huge amount of things going for this vehicle, and like I say, you know, for me it's a stunning piece of equipment that deserves to be up there with the good quality BEVs on the market today. We'll take it for a good run, and we'll report back soon. So I think we're used to some of the format now, and one of the things that I like to have a look at is what's under the bonnet and how big your boot space is, because they're two important things for especially an SUV like this, and it's a sports SUV, so you're going to have a slightly different connotation than normal. These handles, pretty amazing, very different to what we've normally seen. Let's have a look at the bonnet, and up to now we've been talking about how big the cable space is going to be, and let's have a look at this one. Let's just see what we've currently got. And oh my goodness, we don't have a cable space, we have an engine. Don't fear, it's not an engine, it is EV. But again, they've packed everything onto the front here to give the space that you would use a cable for. But they clearly know what they're doing, and this car is pretty amazing. So let's have a look at that. But again, back to where we were, there's nothing to touch. Your water bottle, and that's kind of all you should be touching. Job done. When we look at the boot space, this is not an automatic boot, which probably, if there was a downside to this, which I'm being really picky now, that's where it is. And that's your boot space, which is not bad. You know, it's not a bad boot space for a car of this size. We've seen slightly bigger, but in fairness, if that's the only downside we've got here, it's big enough. for a lot of people. And if I'm being picky on the purely on the fact it's not an automatic button on this particular model, then I'm being picky on that. But that's the best thing. If that's the most I can moan about, well, to be honest, I'm being really picky. Now, of course, I wasn't sure what I was going to find today. I love the look at it. I love the shape and how it feels. And of course, if it wasn't badged as Kia, you wouldn't necessarily know, I don't think. I have to say as well, this is the first time I've ever driven a Kia. So I'm been guilty of being prejudiced from a previous, you know, thing, oh, it's Kia, maybe. This is top draw, really good. I hope you've enjoyed the few minutes we've had out to look at, for me, one of the up and coming and certainly best EVs in its space from its price bracket, but even higher up, this car is as good as a number of things that we've driven and been out in. And I think the only thing that's holding it back from world domination is probably a little bit of oh my god, it's a Kia. Well, please, it should be oh my god, wow, that's a Kia, that's a great car. We'll be back again soon, and we've got some great things coming down the line, so please, as I said before, subscribe if you can, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.